For most of this summer, the talk was that the Lakers weren't pushing on the trade market, didn't want to take on big contracts, and preferred to just see how their current roster worked before the deadline. But in the last week, that story flipped completely. Now there are multiple reports saying the Lakers are suddenly aggressive, willing to accept long-term deals, and even have a target in mind: Andrew Wiggins. Earlier in the offseason, Wiggins' name was floating around, but nothing serious came of it because the Lakers supposedly hated his contract, which runs beyond this season. Yet now, that stance looks totally different. If you read the reports and don't just focus on Wiggins' name, the signs are obvious. Whether you're talking about the report from The Athletic with Dan Woik saying the Lakers' change in approach is tied to Luka Doncic and his new contract. If you missed it, the Lakers signed Luka to a 3-year, $160 million deal back in early August. That move, along with their new mindset, has pushed them to reopen the idea of making trades, going harder on the market, and even looking at someone like Andrew Wiggins, even though his contract runs past this season. And surprise, another reporter is backing it up. Evan Sidery claims the Lakers and Heat are back in talks about a Wiggins trade before camp, saying the Lakers are very open to moving rookie Dalton Knecht plus expiring deals like Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, or someone similar, packaged with Knecht. Also, reports say Miami wants a future first-round pick in any trade package, and if a Wiggins deal happens, that would likely be the main price. So far, no mention of Rui Hachimura, though that was floated before. Jovan Buha reported back in July that the Heat wanted Rui Hachimura, Dalton Knecht, and a first-rounder just for Andrew Wiggins. Maybe it's different this time, maybe not. What's clear is the Lakers' mindset is what changed. According to the report, they've shifted into aggressive mode, showing new confidence after locking up Luka Doncic long-term. Some even suggest Luka had direct talks with them. Either way, it's obvious. The Lakers have moved their focus from LeBron to Luka, reshaping their entire future around him. Luka is younger, which gives the Lakers more time to build around him, unlike LeBron, who could retire any season now. That flipped their mindset from short-term moves to a long-term plan, and that's why the Andrew Wiggins talk is back. Now it really comes down to two questions. First, is the price even worth it? Trading Dalton Knecht, a first-round pick, plus expiring deals like Rui Hachimura, Gabe Vincent, or Maxi Kleber, is that a smart move? Second, is Wiggins really the guy you want to reshape the team around, knowing his contract runs past the season and could kill their shot at chasing a max free agent next summer or even in 2027 to 28? Is that the right direction? And should they really pull the trigger before training camp? Let's get into it, starting with the player and contract they'd be trading for, Andrew Wiggins. If you don't know, he has 2 years left. This season at $28.2 million and a player option next season at $30.1 million. That's what the Lakers would be taking on if they dealt for him. The key issue here, and why they hesitated before Luka Doncic's extension, is how that contract impacts their long-term cap space heading into the 2026 to 27 season and beyond. Even after Luka's deal kicks in, the Lakers only have 3, maybe 4 guaranteed contracts that year. One is Luka Doncic, another is Jared Vanderbilt, and after that, no other guaranteed contract is even worth $10 million for that season. The only other deals locked in are Jake LaRavia at $6 million and a rookie duo at $2.1 million. Everyone else has player options that probably won't be picked up. Guys like Austin Reeves, DeAndre Ayton, and Marcus Smart. Maybe one stays, but it's unlikely. Then there's Bronny James, who has a non-guaranteed contract. Basically, the Lakers have a wide-open cap sheet that year and a real shot at chasing a max player. Maybe someone like Nikola Jokic, super unlikely, but you can bet they're dreaming about it, or another star option. That was their logic before. Keep flexibility, don't get stuck with long-term deals. Adding Andrew Wiggins changes that, since his $30 million option would sit on the books even if they dump Gabe Vincent, Maxi Kleber, Dalton Knecht, or Rui Hachimura. Those salaries aren't guaranteed, but Wiggins is. With Andrew Wiggins' $32.2 million salary, plus Luka Doncic at $50 million, and maybe Austin Reeves at $30 to $35 million, along with a possible $20 million deal for DeAndre Ayton if he's re-signed, the Lakers wouldn't have space for a max player anymore. That's a big problem. Even if the cap jumped to $165 million, which is the absolute max, just Luka, Reeves, and Wiggins alone would eat up around $120 million, only $40 million shy of the cap. That's nowhere near enough room to add another max contract. So if the core payroll is basically Luka Doncic, Austin Reeves, and Andrew Wiggins taking up 3/4 of the budget, is that really the best path? Honestly, I like Wiggins as a player. I'd love the short-term Wiggins could fit, but if the Lakers are locking into a long-term contract, it has to be worth more than just good enough. and I'm not sure $30 million plus for him is. I'm open to it, but only if the player is the right fit at the right time, and Wiggins doesn't fully check that box. My view changes if the price is right. If they can get him for just expiring contracts without giving up Rui Hachimura, Dalton Knecht, or a first-round pick, then I'd pull the trigger. That's worth it, because any legit shot at a championship is one you have to take. Wiggins could help them this season. But once LeBron leaves, which feels likely after this year, and Wiggins declines while blocking them from adding a true max-level star, the deal won't look nearly as smart. To be clear, I'm not saying he's a terrible. Wiggins' contract isn't awful, just slightly overpaid. The real issue is that it's a little too much for what works with the Lakers' payroll. If his deal was around $20 to $23 million, it would actually fit better. They could still afford him, pay Austin Reeves, and even leave room for a max or near-max player next summer. But at over $30 million, and if Reeves also ends up around $30 million, it gets really tough. Just Luka Doncic at $50 million, Reeves at $30 million, and Wiggins at $30 million would already eat up $120 million. That only leaves around $40 to $45 million max. And in reality, it would be even less. On top of that, Jared Vanderbilt's $12.4 million is guaranteed next season, and the guaranteed. Then add Jake LaRavia's $6 million, plus possible player options for Ayton or Marcus Smart, things the Lakers have no control over. And suddenly there's no space left for a max or even near-max contract. If they also keep Rui Hachimura, that's another $12 to $18 million on the books next season, which basically wipes out any cap space. Sure, they could get creative with sign-and trades to go over the cap and chase a star, but after trading for Wiggins and re-signing Austin Reeves, it becomes way harder. That move would completely reshape their payroll and long-term flexibility. I'm not totally against it, but it doesn't feel like the smartest route. I've said this before in other breakdowns, but personally I'd take a different path. Instead of chasing a bigger name like Andrew Wiggins, I'd rather target a different two-way wing, a true 3 and D option. Someone like Matisse Thybulle or Haywood Highsmith. Guys who are younger than Wiggins, cheaper, and either on expiring deals or locked in at salaries far lower than $30 million. That type of player would fit better with the Lakers' future roster, payroll, and cap priorities, while still leaving them a shot at signing a max-level star next offseason or beyond. That feels like the smarter path. If the Lakers are really just going all in for this season, fine, go after Wiggins. But if the plan is to build long-term around a 26-year-old Luka Doncic, then they need to consider an alternative route or at least get more creative. But that's my take. What do you all think? So how do you feel about the latest reports on Andrew Wiggins, the Lakers' sudden change in mindset, and how that could push them to get aggressive in the trade market before training camp even starts? What would you do in their place? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That just about wraps this one up. If you enjoyed it, hit like, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future uploads. As always, thanks for tuning in, and have a great day or night.